Good morning, students. Welcome to online class. Happy to meet you all again in this video. Hope you all are fine and safe in your home. In today's video, we are going to learn about Unit 4. Can you guess what is Unit 4 will be? I couldn't hear anything. Can you guess? Yes, it is none other than we are going to study about safety in this video. So, safety means stay alert for every task you do. So, it is important to know about the safety rules. There are many ways in which we can be injured or harmed if we are not careful. So we should try our best to live safely and follow all the safety rules. Do you think the safety rules should be followed only at home or at school or on the road? It should be followed everywhere. So let's learn about safety in today's lesson. Shall we get into the lesson? Our life is very precious and important. In our day-to-day life, accidents may occur in home, schools, colleges, or in roads or other places. We have to be cautious to protect ourselves from the danger, and we can be safe by knowing the safety measures and follow them. Now let us see about the reasons for danger or accident in detail. Before knowing about the reasons for accident, first, accident means what? Accident means an unexpected event which may cause injuries, hurt, or even death. The reasons for accidents are haste or urgency. Haste means just doing something in a rush. For example, if you are climbing down the steps and you are rushing, what will happen? You may fall down. So you may also met with an accident. And next comes the carelessness and negligence. And next, lack of awareness and indifferences. So indifferences means lack of interest. And next, violation of rules. If you are not following the rules properly, what will happen? You may met with an accident. And next, lack of formal training. So if you don't have a proper training to drive a car or a bike, what will happen? You may met with an accident. And the last is not following the safety measures properly. We should be careful at home and we should not play with things like scissors, knives, matchsticks, and switches and wires, glasses, and medicines, etc. So these things are extremely harmful for us. So, for example, if you are playing with a scissor, what will happen? You may get hurt. In our life, there are accidents caused by water, electricity, fire, vehicles, glasswares, and sharp weapons, pesticides, toxic organisms, etc. Now, let us see about fire safety in detail. First, let us see about fire safety. So, what do you mean by fire and how does it look like? Fire will be red in color and it is very hot. And do you know fire is man's marvelous creation? Why do we say fire is man's marvelous creation? Because the early humans created fire by scratching two stones. That's why fire is called as man's marvelous creation. And because of fire, we have many advantages as well as disadvantages. That is, using fire, we can create many things as well as we can destroy many things. So, fire is used in our everyday life. So, we should handle fire very carefully. So, now let us see about the reasons for fire accidents. So, before going to see the reasons for accident, can you see a fire burning near me? And you can see how it looks like. It is hot, it's very hot, and it looks like red in color, and it is very flammable and burning a lot. What happens if I touch the fire with my hands? I'm going to touch. Oh my god, it is very hot and burns my hand. So children, you should not touch the fire with your hands. Okay, so this is a small example for a fire accident. Now let us see the other reasons for fire accidents. The first reason is the crackers and explosions. So do you like Diwali? Yes, almost everyone likes Diwali because we can burst crackers. So children, while bursting crackers, you should be very careful and you should not burst the crackers alone. Always you have a supervision of an adult while bursting the crackers, because in absence of adults, the bursting crackers by children may lead to fire accidents. And the next reason is the electrical short circuit. So do you know what is a short circuit means? Short circuit means a bad electrical connection. So due to a bad electrical connections leads to a fire accident. And the next one is the leakage of gas cylinder. So children, tell your mom to check the cylinder before getting from the cylinder vendor. And the next one is the high inflammable things like kerosene. First of all, inflammable means a thing which can be burnt easily or catches the fire easily. So children, you should not keep these inflammable things near the fire. Since it catches fire easily, if you keep these things near the fire, it will burn easily and creates a fire accident. So here they gave kerosene as an example for the inflammable things. Next, we are going to see about the precautions to avoid fire accidents. Precaution means safety measures that should be taken or follow before any accidents. Okay, so the safety measures which we follow before the accidents are called as precautions. So now let us see the precautions one by one to avoid the fire accidents. First one is we should handle the highly inflammable things carefully. Already I told inflammable things are the things which can burn easily. So while handling the inflammable things, we should be very careful. And the second one is the person who cooks can wear cotton cloth. Some cloths can catch fire easily. The person who cooks can wear cotton cloth. Since other types of cloth can catch the fire easily. So it is recommended to wear cotton cloth for those who are cooking. Third one is we should close the cylinder wall after cooking. So children, remind your mothers to close the cylinder wall after cooking. And the fourth one is the don't play with fire. Already we saw when I touched the fire, what happened? It burnt my hand. So please don't play with fire. And the fifth one is we should be cautious and careful while bursting crackers, and elders should be with us when we burst crackers. So already I told when we burst crackers alone, what it will cause? It will cause fire accident. So it is recommended to burst crackers along with the elders. So children, till now we learnt about the reasons for fire accident and the precautions to fire accident. Now let us learn about the do's and don't do's. First, let us learn about what to do when there is a fire accident. So when there is a fire accident, what we have to do? The first one is use fire extinguisher. So here you can see a fire extinguisher near me. So if when there is a fire, what you have to do? You have to use this fire extinguisher. So this fire extinguisher will be there in schools, offices, and malls, and even in flats. And the second one is execute the fire warning system in the buildings. Okay, when there is a fire accident, what we have to do? We have to execute the fire warning system. And the third one is close your mouth with wet cloth when the smoke spread. So when there is a fire accident, the smoke is spreading fastly. What you have to do? You have to close your mouth with wet cloth. Fourth one is use sack to put off the fire. When it's spread over the body of someone, bring the person to any airy place. So when the fire catches someone, what we have to do? We have to cover them with a sack and we have to bring them to an airy place, to an open place. Now let's learn what we have to do when our cloth get fire. You should not run, drop down, roll on the ground. If we run, the fire spreads rapidly. Rapidly means very fastly the fire will spread. So we should not run. What we have to do? We have to drop down and roll on the ground. And when there is a fire accident, we should call the toll-free number 101. Now let's see what we should not do. So if there is a burn on your skin, you shouldn't put a pen ink or a coffee powder on it, because if you put, it will infect the burn. And the second thing is, do not prick it with a sharp needle, because if you prick it, it will infect the burn. That is, if you should not poke it with a sharp needle. So if you poke it, the infect will not heal soon. Till now, we learned about the fire safety. Now, we are going to learn about the water safety. Water is elixir of life because it is essential for everyone in our day-to-day life. Human beings or other living organisms cannot survive without water. That's why water is the elixir of life. And if we violate the rules while bathing in a pond, lake, waterfalls and sea, accidents may occur. That is, if we break the safety rules, it will lead to accident. Now we are going to see about the precautions to avoid water accident. Already I told precautions means safety measures that should be followed before the accident. The first one is we should not go alone to bath in water bodies. So water bodies means lakes, ponds, rivers, oceans or seas. So we should not go alone to water bodies. We should go with our parents or elders. And only if we know to swim, we have to bath in river or pond. And the second point is, do not step into the stagnant pond. Stagnant pond means inactive ponds. So you should not step into the inactive ponds or stagnant ponds. And the third one is, do not go beyond the danger zone. That is, danger zone means limit point. So in all water bodies, there will be a limit. Okay. So if we go beyond that limit, what will happen? We will met with accident. For example, when we go to beach, there will be beach cord, right? We can enjoy to a certain limit only. If we go deep into the beach, what he will do? He will warn us, you should not go there. So why he is saying? There is some limit till that only we can enjoy in beach. If we go beyond that limit, we will met with water accidents and it will lead to death. So don't go beyond the danger zone. Fourth one is, do not peep into the well because it will be deep and dangerous. Okay. And the fifth one is, wear life jackets whenever you travel in. Children, as of now, we learned about fire safety, water safety. Now we are going to learn about the electrical safety. We all know if you on the switch, the fan is running. And if you on the switch, the fridge is working. Do you think it is work on its own? No. If we on the switch, the electricity will pass to the fan and then it will work. So there is a connection between a fan and a switch. That connection is the electricity. So this electricity is used in our day-to-day life. Okay, so it is very useful, as well as it has some disadvantages which will lead to some accidents. So now we are going to learn about how we can use electricity in a safer way. That is, we are going to learn about electrical safety. So electricity has become necessary for our life. Times have changed that these things do not function without electricity. Since all the electrical appliances are used in our day-to-day life, electricity is used in home, colleges, schools, offices and other working places. So, accidents can occur if we use electricity carelessly. So now let us see precautions to avoid electrical accident. Already I have told precautions means safety measures that should be followed before the accident. Let's see the precautions one by one. First one, do not touch switches, plugs or electrical wires with wet hands. Children, please avoid touching the switches with wet hands because it may lead to electrical accidents or you may get shock. So please avoid touching the switches with wet hands. Second one, do not touch the iron box or other electrical appliances when they are switched on. So avoid touching the electrical appliances when it is switched on. Third one, do not play near electrical towers or transformers which may pass electricity into your body, which will cause damages or any injuries. So avoid playing near the electrical towers, especially during rainy days. Fourth one, do not climb on electrical posts. Fifth one, do not insert any objects into the switch boxes. Children, in switch boxes you can see 3 holes. In that holes you should not insert any objects, okay, which may lead to electrical accidents. So avoid inserting any objects into the switch boxes. And the last one is, do not go near any wires or electrical poles during rains. Already I told you, you should not go near electrical towers or poles during rains because it may lead to electrical accident.
If there's a fire in your house and you don't know what to do, sing this song, come sing along and it will help you. Come, sing along with me. Fire can be scary and very noisy too, but if you follow safety steps, you'll know what to do. It's time to learn the safety steps and practice, practice, practice. That's what you must do. Practice every safety step and it will help you. Are you ready to practice? Then let's go. Step 1. Don't be scared. Fire can be scary. Don't let it frighten you. Don't be scared. Think about your safety steps. Think about the safety steps and you'll know what to do. That's right. Now, step 2. Never hide. Go outside. If you see a fire, never ever hide. Don't hide. Go outside. Think about your meeting place and quickly go outside. Good job! Are you ready for step 3? Here it comes. Have a plan. To get right to your meeting place, you must have a plan. Remember, have 2 ways to go. If you can't go the first way, go the way you can. That's right. Good job. And remember to practice. Practice, practice, practice. That's what you must do. Practice every safety step and it will help you. Good job. Just follow along with me. Step 4. If it's smoky, crawl on your knees. If it's getting smoky, get down on your knees. Good job. You're on your knees. Crawl out to your meeting place. Crawl out quickly, please. That's right. Are you ready for step 5? Never stop. Go outside quickly. Never stop for playthings or toys along your way. Go outside quickly. Go quickly to your meeting place where you will be okay. That's right. You're almost there. Now, step 6. Sit and wait. And now you found your meeting place. You know what to do. Yes, you do. Sit and wait. Just sit and wait till someone comes for you. Look, here comes someone now. Good job. Hooray for you. Hooray, hooray. A happy day for you. You've practiced every safety step so you'll know what to do.
Now let's have a short recap. First, we learnt about the reasons for the accident or danger. First one, haste or urgency. Haste means doing something in a rush. Second one, carelessness. Third one, lack of awareness. Fourth one, indifferences. Fifth one, violation of rules. And sixth one, lack of formal training. And seventh one, not following the safety rules. And in our life, there are accidents caused by fire, water, vehicle, electricity, toxic organisms, sharp weapons, and glass waste, pesticides, etc. First, we learned about the fire safety. Fire is man's marvelous creation because the early humans created fire by scratching 2 stones. That's why fire is called as man's marvelous creation, and we are using fire in our everyday life. We should handle it carefully. Then we learnt about the reasons for fire accident. The first reason is crackers and explosions. Next, electrical short circuit. Next, leakage in gas cylinder. And next, highly inflammable things like kerosene. And we also learnt about the precautions to avoid fire accident. Already I told precaution means safety measures that have to be done before the accident. So the first precaution is we should handle highly inflammable things carefully. Already I told inflammable things are things which catches the fire easily. So we should be very careful by handling these things. And the next one is the person who cooks can wear cotton cloths. Some type of cloths can catches fire easily. And the next one is we should close the cylinder wall after cooking. So children, remind your mother to close the cylinder wall after cooking. And the next one is don't play with fire, because if you play with fire it may lead to fire accident. And the next one is we should be cautious and careful while bursting crackers, and elders should be with us when we burst crackers. And we also learnt What should we do during fire accidents? First one, use fire extinguisher. Next, execute fire warning system in buildings, and cover your mouth and nose with wet cloth. When the smoke spread, when there is a large smoke, you have to cover your mouth and nose with wet cloth. And next, use a sack to put off the fire when it spreads over the body of someone, and bring the person to any airy place. We also learned what we should do when our cloth gets fire. So we should not run. We should drop down and roll on the ground. If we run, what will happen? Fire will spread fastly. When there is a fire accident, we should call the toll free number 101. And we also learned what we should not do when we got fire accident. If there is a burn in your hand, you should not put pen ink or coffee powder on it. Do not prick it with sharp things like needle, because if you do like this, what will happen? It will infect the burn. We also learned about the water safety. So water is very important our daily life, and if we violate the safety rules while bathing in lake, river, waterfalls, what will happen? Accidents will occur. And we also learned about the precautions to avoid water accidents. So first one, we should not go alone to bath in water bodies. So when we are going to take bath in water bodies, we should not go alone. Second one, do not step into the stagnant pond. Do not go beyond the danger zone. In every water bodies, there will be a limit. If we go beyond that, what will happen? We may drown into the water and we may die. And next one, do not peep into the well. It may be deep and dangerous. And the last one, we have to wear life jacket when we travel in water. Next, we learned about the electrical safety. So electricity has become a necessity of our lives. So times have changed these days that things do not function without electricity. So accidents occur when we use electricity carelessly. We also learned about the precautions to avoid electrical accident. First one, do not touch switches, plugs or electrical wires with wet hands. Second one, do not touch the iron box and other electrical appliances when they are switched on. And do not play near the electrical towers or transformers. Do not climb on electrical posts. Next one, do not insert stick or any other objects into the switch boxes. Next, do not go near the wires or electrical posts during rain. In part 1 video, we have seen about fire safety, water safety, electrical safety and their precautions. Like that, we will see about road safety, glassways and sharp weapons, and toxic organisms in part 2 video. I will meet you soon, students. Till then, wait. Hope you understand today's lesson. Have a nice day and thank you, children.